And welcome. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, your Detroit Tigers.
And now the shortstop, Mason McCoy. Fastball in for a strike, and that's how this game gets started. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
And now the first baseman, Trenton Brooks. Down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Hit in the air left field. Green settles under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. Singy, not a lot of star power in this lineup against a top arm on the mound in this one.
Yeah, I might see something special out there on the bump in this one, and they definitely have their work cut out for them. You know, but some players, they actually take that challenge of facing an ace, and they actually raise their games. Take me, for example, not to pat myself on the back, but I did hit 370 off of Roy Halladay for my career.
Whoa! Hey, how'd you do against Tim Wakefield, Chris?
Yeah, like I said, Boog, I hit 370 against Roy Halladay.
Baez has a beat on it, nabs it, 2 away now. So the go-ahead run in scoring position, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Bryce Johnson. And there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases, and it gets by him. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Eggy Rosario in the box now. No balls and a strike.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
There's a swing and a drive. And this one looks like trouble. In comes the run from third, and they lead by 2.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
And that's in for a strike. 0-2 now.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. And that's good enough to hold the lead runner at third. Runners now at the corners. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Now it's the DH. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Rosario on third. Ornelas on at first with 2 down. Right through there for a strike. Right side, hard hit. Torres over to first. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
0-2 is the count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the pitch. Got him. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. The 0-2 stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
1 out, bases empty. Out there to center. And it drops in.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's Riley Green. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Java Joe with the strikeout. 1 left for Detroit, and they're down 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ripken Reyes. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though. I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Digging in, Brandon Valenzuela. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Valenzuela will handle the catching duties in this one, hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he's a native of Mexico. To first, and the bunt attempt doesn't work out.
Well, there it looked like the batter was trying to bunt for a base hit, and as he got thrown out, the runner advanced, so he's going to get credit with the sac bunt. You know, there's this red-headed announcer that I work with sometimes that gets really angry when that happens.
McCoy, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Slinging it to first in time.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Brooks in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And no one can get there. The run comes in from second. It's 3-zip.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now, Forrest Wall. There's a strike. Brooks at second with 2 down. Next offering is in. For a strike. That one is absolutely belted. This one could be trouble. Coming home. He'll score. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Bryce Johnson getting ready to hit. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Fastball for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. And that one is in for a strike.
0-2.
Line drive. And a base hit right there. Lead runner puts the brakes on, so now it's runners at first and third.
The third baseman, number 5, Eddie.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Now the third baseman, Eggy Rosario, doubled his first time up. Right down the chute, strike 1. And he takes a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Grant Herter getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add on. It's 7-0.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
A.J. Hinch makes another pitching change. Tarek Skubal won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Grant Herter gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's the left fielder, Tirso Ornelas. That's in there. That's strike 1.